channel, and this is my entry video for the egg plane group build. This year I thought I would try one. They look like fun little kits, and I have to wait for that Lotus to harden up on the paint. So I thought, well, why not do this? It shouldn't take me more than just a couple of days, not like they're evolved high part count kit. You know, we can have this done here pretty quick. So anyway, I decided to jump in this year, and I'm doing this one, the F-86 for a reason. As soon as I saw this box art, it reminded me of a children's book that I was always reading. I must have read it 100 times as a kid. It was my favorite book, and I can still remember the book to this day. But back in, I don't know, 64, 65, it was many moons ago, we had a Borden's truck come around in our neighborhood. Well, we had two. We had Borden's and we had Nichols Bakery. Trucks would come around the neighborhood and sell their stuff, milk and dairy products, and bakery stuff. And I think it was the Borden's truck, but I really don't remember whether it was Borden's or Nichols truck, but one of those two guys had a special deal to where you bought so much stuff you got a free gift. And my mom bought a bunch of stuff from one of those guys, and she picked out a children's book for the free gift and gave it to me to read. And it was a book that you saw by the beginning called Jerry the Jet, which was a little F-86 jet. And for some reason, when I saw this, I just immediately thought of Jerry the Jet. So that's what we're going to do this kit as. We're not going to be using the kit decals, none of them. We'll be making our own, so we can, you know, obviously make Jerry. So we have to come up with some eyes, which I'll make decals for, and then, well, that's really about it. The only marking Jerry had on him was a red stripe on the tail, and that's about it. So that's what we're going to do. If you, as a kid, if you never saw the book or read the book Jerry the Jet, it was a little story about this little jet here. He lived on an aircraft carrier. That was his mom. It was called Mother Carrier, I believe. But the aircraft carrier was his mom, and his brothers were a bunch of Corsairs. I think they were F-8s. And one day, well, they used to go on patrol all the time, but they never let Jerry go with them because he was an older jet. Well, they said he was not experienced enough, but basically it was because he was an older Sabre and they were all the brand new shiny Corsairs. So they would always go out on patrol, never take him, always left him behind, and he always felt bad about that. So one day, his brothers, the jets, went on patrol, and this big storm blew in, and his brothers couldn't find their way back home. They got lost. And when Jerry realized they were missing for too long of a time, he left the Mother Carrier, or his mom. He left his mom, and they went out looking for his brothers. And of course, he found them all, brought them all back home safe and sound. And of course, Jerry was the hero, and after that, they always let Jerry go with them wherever they went. So, cool little story. One of my favorite little children's book as a kid, as I said earlier, and I thought this would be a great kit to make a Jerry the Jet with, since it's kind of cartoony already. So yeah, that's what we're doing. It should be fun. We're going to get started on it right away. It should take me more than a couple of days to get it together. I'm not too sure if I'm going to even have any updates. Maybe one. Once I get the airplane together, we might have an update, and then a final with the base. I'm going to make a base for Jerry. We're just not going to build it and just plop him here on the table and say he's done. So we're going to make a little base, probably, I don't know, 5x7, 4x6, something like that, of a carrier deck, since he lived on a carrier. So we'll kind of do it up like a carrier deck, and yeah, I think it'll be fun. So that's my entry for this year's 2021 egg plane group build. And first time I ever messed with these kits, but they do look like fun, so I thought I'd give it a try and go from there. So, alright guys, take care. We'll see you.